All right, so last week, week 3, I was feeling pretty good, right? I had 2 clients making $800 a month, and everything was finally starting to click. But week 4, I hit a wall. And it wasn't a money wall, it was more like a "what am I even doing" wall. And I know that sounds dramatic, but stick with me because this is the part of the journey nobody really talks about. The part where the initial excitement wears off and you're just left with work and doubt. Lots and lots of doubt. So yeah, week 4, let's unpack it. Quick recap for anyone just tuning in. 4 weeks ago, I started documenting this whole AI business thing from $0. Learning ChatGPT, finding clients, making money with AI tools. Week 1, I was just learning, made nothing. Week 2, I landed my first client, made $125. Week 3, I got my second client and hit $800 a month in recurring revenue. Week 4, which I'm about to break down, was supposed to be the week I hit $1,500 a month. The plan was to get that third client or upsell my current ones. Spoiler alert, it didn't quite go as planned. But if you're following along with this journey, hit that like button real quick. And subscribe if you haven't. Because even when things don't go perfectly, I'm still showing up. That's the deal. All right, week 4, here we go. So, Monday, I wake up ready to attack the week. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna reach out to my 2 clients, offer them email marketing services, upsell them, and boom, hit my $1,500 goal. I wrote out the pitch. I practiced what I was going to say. I even did some research on email marketing with AI so I sound like I knew what I was talking about. Tuesday, I send the messages, and both clients said, "Not right now." Not a hard no, but more of a, "We're good for now, maybe in the future." And dude, that hit different. Because in my head, I was already counting that money. I was already planning how I'd scale, and then just, nope. First lesson of week 4, don't count money before it's actually in your account. Wednesday, I didn't work at all. I just sat there thinking, maybe I'm doing this wrong. Maybe I should try something else. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. It's the classic imposter syndrome spiral, right? But in the moment, it felt so real. Like, I have 2 clients. That's it. Just 2. If I lose one, I'm down to $400 a month. If I lose both, I'm back to 0. And I started thinking about my old job. At least that was stable, you know, boring, but stable. I spent the whole day in that headspace. I didn't post any shorts. I didn't reach out to any potential clients. I just froze. Okay, so Thursday, I'm still feeling stuck. And I did something I don't usually do. I reached out to someone. This guy I follow on Twitter, who is like 2 years ahead of me in the AI freelancing space. He's making like 5,000–6,000 a month. Not huge, but sustainable. I sent him a DM, just like, "Hey, I'm at 800 a month and feeling stuck. Any advice? He actually responded. And yo, what he said changed my whole perspective. He goes, dude, 800 a month in 4 weeks is insane. Most people take 6 months to get there. You're not stuck, you're just impatient. Then he said something that really hit me. He goes, stop trying to scale horizontally. Scale vertically. And I'm like, what does that even mean? He explains that horizontal scaling is adding more clients doing the same thing. Vertical scaling is doing more for your existing clients and charging way more for it. Like, instead of trying to get a third client at 300 a month, what if I doubled my rates with my current 2? Or offered them a premium package that's worth like $1,000 a month? Mind blown. So the rest of the week, I spent totally rethinking my approach. Instead of looking for client number 3, I focused on my existing 2. I analyzed what they actually need, not just blog posts. Like, what is their real problem? For client 1, they need more traffic to their website. Blog posts help, but they also need better SEO, maybe some email sequences to convert visitors. For client 2, they need to establish authority in their industry. So maybe that means case studies or white papers, not just basic blog posts. By Sunday, I had created what I'm calling growth packages. Basically, instead of charging $125 for a single blog post, I am going to pitch them packages that are between $800 to $1,200 a month that include multiple services. I haven't pitched it yet. That's happening this week. But I feel like this is the move. We'll see. It could totally backfire, but at least I'm thinking bigger now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. End of week 4 of this journey, and I wanted to do something a little different today. Instead of just a quick update, I want to sit down and really talk through the big lessons I've learned over the past month. Think of this as a friend-to-friend chat, just sharing some real talk and a bit of hard-won wisdom. So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's get into it. First up, Lesson 1. Plateaus are part of the process. Week 1, things were looking up. Week 2, even better. Week 3, I felt unstoppable, like everything was just climbing up and to the right. But then week 4 hit, and bam, I hit a wall. A total plateau, and my initial reaction was panic. I thought, oh no, it's over. I've lost the magic. But here's the crucial thing I realized, and this is so important. The people who actually succeed in the long run aren't the ones who never hit a plateau. That's a myth. The people who succeed are the ones who push through the plateau instead of giving up when it gets hard. That right there is the fundamental difference. It's not about avoiding the flat spots. It's about what you do when you find yourself on one. Do you quit or do you keep going? Pushing through is the only way to the other side. That leads me directly into lesson 2. Community saves you. I'm not being dramatic when I say this. I had a conversation this week with a guy I follow on Twitter, and it literally saved my week. I was stuck in this negative spiral, feeling like I was failing because of that plateau we just talked about. I was just churning in my own head. If I hadn't reached out to him, I'd probably still be stuck in that same anxious loop right now. So here's my direct advice to you. If you're building something, anything at all, you need to find your people. Find people who are just a few steps ahead of you. I'm not talking about some big shot guru with 1 million followers. I'm talking about regular people who are just where you want to be in about 6 months or maybe a year. Find them, follow them, and then send them a DM. Seriously, ask a genuine question. You'll be amazed at how many people actually want to help. You just have to be brave enough to ask for it. Okay, lesson 3, think bigger, not just more. This one was a major mental shift for me. For the first few weeks, my entire focus was just more clients, more clients, more clients. It felt like a numbers game, like I just had to stack as many as possible to make it work. But what if that's the wrong way to look at it? What if the real move is to get better clients, higher paying clients? What if it's about doing more valuable, more impactful work, but for fewer people? It really made me stop and think. Would I rather have 10 clients paying me $200 a month each, or 2 clients paying me $1,000 a month each? Do the math. It's the same amount of money at the end of the day, but one scenario involves juggling 10 different personalities, 10 different sets of expectations, and 10 times the admin work. The other scenario, way less stress, way more focus. You can go deeper with those 2 clients and deliver incredible results. That's the game I want to play now. It's about leverage, not just volume. And finally, lesson 4, rest days are absolutely necessary. This past Wednesday, I didn't work at all, and I spent most of the day feeling incredibly guilty about it. But looking back on it now, I needed that day so desperately. I needed the space to just breathe, to process everything that had happened, to think without the pressure of a to-do list, and to just reset my system. So I'm giving you permission, just like I had to give it to myself. You are allowed to have off days. You are allowed to feel stuck. You are allowed to not be productive 24/7. That doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you're not cut out for this. It just means you're a human being. Your brain and body need rest to function properly. Honoring that isn't a weakness. It's a strategy for long-term success. All right, now for the part you've been waiting for. Let's talk about the money and be totally transparent about it. Let's pull up the mental notes here. For week 4, the earnings came in like this. I delivered a total of 3 blog posts this week. 2 of those were for client 1, and 1 was for client 2. That brought in a total of $350 for the week. So let's do the math and look at the whole month. The total earnings so far across all 4 weeks comes out to $825. Now, I do have more work already lined up that I'll be finishing before the official end of the month. Based on that, I should land somewhere around $1,400 by the time everything is said and done. So here's the honest assessment. My goal for this first month was $1,500. I didn't quite hit it. I'll probably land around 1,400. It's close, but it's not the goal I set. And you know what? That's okay. Because here's the silver lining, the really important part. If this new growth package idea I've been working on actually works, then next month could be 2,000 or 2,500 or maybe even more. The potential is there. And even if that big idea doesn't work out right away, I've still gained something invaluable this month. I now know how to get clients. I've proven the concept. If I need to, I can always go out and find a third client using the exact same methods, so it's not a failure. It's not a reason to be discouraged. It's just learning it. Every step, even the ones that feel like a stumble, is just more data. It's all part of the process. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this longer, more reflective video. I really hope sharing these lessons was helpful for you. If it was, let me know in the comments which lesson resonated the most. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss what happens in month 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Week 5, and I am feeling absolutely energized. This week is all about building anticipation. Not just for you guys, but for my own business. I've got a 3-part plan that I think could be a total game changer. Let's break it down. Goal number 1, pitch new growth packages to my current clients. Right now, they're on a retainer, but I know I can offer them so much more value. So, I've structured 3 new tiers. First, the basic package, which will be around $600 a month. This is essentially what they're paying now, maybe a little more for the great work I'm already doing. Then we level up to the growth package at $1,000 a month. This will include everything from the basic tier plus strategic blog posts, powerful email sequences, and some solid SEO optimization to get them seen. Finally, for the clients who are ready to dominate their industry, there's the premium package at $1,500 a month. This is the whole shebang. Everything from the growth package, plus in-depth case studies and authoritative white papers to establish them as industry leaders. The idea here is to give them options. I'm presenting a clear path to growth, and they get to choose how fast they want to go. Honestly, what's the worst that can happen? They say no, and I just continue providing the great service I'm already delivering. No harm, no foul. But the best case scenario. Oh, that's exciting. If even one of them upgrades to premium, I'm instantly at $1,500 a month from a single client. If both of them go for the growth package, that's $2,000 a month. The potential here is massive, and it all starts with having the courage to ask and to show them the value I can bring. It's about positioning myself not just as a service provider, but as a growth partner. Okay, on to goal number 2, and this one is huge for long-term sustainability. I'm going to start building a lead magnet. Up until now, my entire strategy has been chasing clients one by one. I find them, I pitch them, I follow up. It works. But man, it is exhausting. It's pure outbound effort. I want to flip the script. What if I could create something so valuable that potential clients start coming to me? That's the dream, right? This is the core principle of inbound marketing. So this week, I'm dedicating time to creating my very first lead magnet. I've decided to make a ChatGPT prompts for business owners PDF guide. It's practical, it's immediately useful, and it's directly related to the services I offer. The plan is to give this guide away for free on my website and social media. When the business owner downloads it, they get instant value. But more importantly, they'll also see that I'm the person behind this helpful resource, and that I offer professional services to help them implement these strategies and so much more. Instead of me knocking on their door, they're willingly stepping into my world. It's a shift from hunting to farming. It takes more time up front, but the harvest could be so much bigger. Let's see if this theory actually works in practice. I'm really betting on this one. And that brings me to goal number 3, which is probably the most important of all. Consistency over perfection. I'll be honest, there are days when it's hard. Days when I don't feel creative, when I don't feel motivated, when the imposter syndrome creeps in. It's so easy to say, oh, I'll just skip today's video, or this post isn't perfect. I'll wait. But that's a trap. Momentum isn't built on a few moments of perfect execution. It's built on the hundreds of small, imperfect actions you take every single day. So my commitment for this week and for every week after is to just show up, even on the hard days. I'm going to post the videos, I'm going to post the shorts, I'm going to engage with people in the comments and DM it. I'm going to keep pushing forward, even if it's not my best work every single time, because progress is what matters. Showing up is what matters. That's how you build a community. That's how you build trust. And that's how you build a business. It's not about being flawless. It's about being faithful to the process. So that's the plan for week 5. Pitching new packages, building my first lead magnet, and staying relentlessly consistent. It feels like a big week, a week where the seeds I'm planting could really start to sprout. Thanks for being here with me. Don't forget to follow along to see how it all turns out, and I'll see you in the next update to the channel. Today's video is a bit different. It's not a flashy tutorial or a big success story. It's a real, raw update from the trenches, specifically from week 4. If you're in week 4 of starting something new, a business, a fitness journey, learning a skill, I need you to lean in for a second, because this one's for you. First of all, I see you. I really do. Week 4 is brutally hard. The initial rush of excitement, that honeymoon phase. it's gone. Now you're just left with the work. You're in what I call the messy middle, and honestly, it sucks. You start questioning everything. Is this even working? Am I just wasting my time? The self-doubt is loud, and the finish line feels impossibly far away. It's that point where the novelty has worn off, but the results haven't quite kicked in yet. But here's the most important thing I want you to know, and I need you to really hear this. This exact moment, this feeling of being stuck in the mud, is precisely where most people quit. Right here, week 4, week 5. The moment it stops being a fun new hobby and starts feeling like actual grinding work, the resistance gets heavy, and it's so tempting to just let go and go back to what's comfortable. But listen, if you can find the strength to push through this phase, you are immediately launching yourself into the top 10% of people who even try. Think about that. By simply not quitting when it gets hard, you're already outlasting the vast majority. This is the great filter. This is the test. So, how do you get through it? I'm right there with you, and here's the game plan I'm using. 1. Reach out to someone who is a few steps ahead of you. Find someone who has already navigated the maze you're in and ask them for advice. You would be absolutely shocked at how willing people are to help if you just ask sincerely. They remember what it was like to be in your shoes. A 5-minute conversation with a mentor can save you 5 months of mistakes. 2. Take a rest day if you need it. Seriously, burnout is the enemy of progress. You are not a robot. Pushing yourself into the ground doesn't make you a hero. It just makes you ineffective. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is step away, recharge your batteries, and come back with a clear head. It's not quitting, it's strategic recovery. 3. Reevaluate your focus. Shift your mindset from quantity to quality. Instead of desperately trying to chase more clients, more views, more sales, what if you focused on doing better work for the people you already have? Can you deliver an incredible, unforgettable experience for 1 client instead of a mediocre one for 5? Often, deep quality work creates more sustainable growth than wide, shallow efforts. It builds a reputation that attracts more of the right people. And number 4, the simplest yet hardest rule of all, just keep showing up, even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. Consistency is the superpower that beats talent, luck, and even strategy over the long run. Some days showing up might just mean opening your laptop and staring at the screen for 10 minutes. That's okay. You kept the promise to yourself. You maintained the momentum. The feeling will follow the action, not the other way around. You've got this, for real. I truly believe that. So that's my advice from the heart of week 4. Now for my personal update. This week, well, it was a grind. I didn't hit my primary goal. I had a mini crisis of confidence on Wednesday, where I almost scrapped the entire project. But I learned some stuff. I had some tough conversations, and based on that, I've pivoted my strategy. It's not the most exciting, glamorous update, I know, but it's the reality of building something from scratch. And if you're still here, if you're still watching and following along with this journey, I just want to say thank you. Seriously, it means the world to know I'm not just shouting into the void. Your support is a huge part of what keeps me going. If you've ever felt stuck like this, do me a favor and drop a like on this video so I know I am not alone in this feeling. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing, because week 5 is where the new strategy gets put to the test. I'm officially launching these growth packages I've been developing, and you're going to see exactly how it goes down. The pictures, the responses, the whole thing. Before you go, I have a question for you. Comment below and let me know. Have you ever hit a plateau or a wall while building something? A business, a project, anything? How did you get through it? I genuinely want to know. I'll be reading and responding to all the comments. Also, a quick reminder that the daily shorts are still happening. Quick tips, behind the scenes, clips and little snippets of the journey. All right, the pity party is over. Week 5 starts tomorrow. Let's see if this new strategy actually works. Thanks for being here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.